Hi there, my name is Kara Couchman, and I decided to do mine on the psychology, the developmental side. I could not really figure out how to use my camera with this computer, so I hope this works. So, as Jean Piaget said, what we see changes what we know, and what we know changes what we see. So the developmental psychology, this is the scientific study of development across a lifespan. So a lot of people are interested in this because it's a process related to physical maturation, and this also includes changes in your cognitive skills, your moral reasoning, social behavior, and other psychological attributes. So Jean Piaget focused on the development a lot with kids to as they grow. So there's the stage of sensorimotor, which is birth to 18 to 24 months, and the goal of this is object permanence. And then the pre-operational, this is from 2 to 7 years old, and the goal of this is symbolic thought. And then the concrete operational, ages 7 to 11 years, and this is logical thought. Then the formal operational is adolescence to adulthood, and this is scientific reasoning during this stage. So Jean Piaget, if we're focusing on object permanence, which was in the book, it's the understanding that a physical things continue to exist. So in the sensor motor stage, the baby explores through movement and their senses because they do not understand symbols and abstract thoughts, and they also have their cognitive abilities develop. So I kind of tried this experiment out on my son. So I showed him his toy, and then I tried to hide it under this box, and I couldn't tell though if he knew that his toy was in it or not. It was kind of hard for me to figure out if he understood it was under it or not, so I decided to try a different way as well, where I put a different object under one bowl and then added in another. But still, I don't know if he just grabbed what is in front of him, or if he was actually mastering the object permanence at his age, which he's 6 months, so he could have, because around 8 months is when they begin to master this. So, but with Piaget's theory, apparently it's kind of controversial with a lot of his theory because of the age ranges in the development. So the pre-operational stage is ages 2 to 7 years. The major characteristics and developmental changes, this is for toddlers and young children. They acquire the ability to internally represent the world through language and mental imagery. During this stage, young children can think about things symbolically. So also children's thinking is dominated by how the world looks, not how the world is. And they can't do logical thinking. So infants at this stage also demonstrate amnerism. This is the tendency for the child to think that non-living objects have life and feelings like a person. So a lot of kids that age do pretend play. So concrete operation is ages 7 to 11, and children begin to think logically. They can understand the concept of conservation, understanding that although things may change in appearance, certain properties remain the same. So yeah, with that, they know that if you pour a glass of water into another glass, that it's the same water, and it's, even if the glass is skinnier, it's still the same amount. And during this stage, children can mentally reverse things. So they know that once you pour the water, they logically can figure that out. And during this stage, children also become less egocentric. In the formal operational stage, this is with 12 and over, the concrete operations are carried out on things, whereas formal operations are carried out on ideas. So formal operational thought is entirely freed from physical and perceptual constraints, and adolescents can actually think of abstract ideas, and they can follow the form of an argument without having to think in terms of specific examples, and they can deal with hypothetical problems. So this is just a little bit of a snippet of what the developmental stage was in psychology, and just John Piaget's theory on the developmental side of psychology. And here are my references. Thank you very much.